let me show you how I edit my GoPro footage into vlogs using Camtasia. Alright, so I'm here in Camtasia and I'm using Camtasia 2024. And a couple months ago, I was in New York for a conference and I brought my GoPro with me and I want to make like just a simple vlog. The first thing that you want to do is extract the footage from the GoPro and get it onto Camtasia. And the most simple way that I do this is I just plug in my GoPro, connect it to my laptop, and I just extract the files manually. I don't use the GoPro apps or anything like that. I just take them from the GoPro and I just manually put them into a folder like this. Once I have them here in this folder, I'll just quickly go through and delete any clips that I know right away that I do not want to use at all. Like there's probably parts within these videos here that, I might clip out and not use, but the first round of me going through the videos is just removing videos I know I don't want to use at all. So I've already done that, and that's what I'm left with is these clips. So then from here, you want to import the media either by clicking on the plus button, import media, and then you have them all loaded up in here, or you can just go to File, Import, and then go to Media and do it that way. Once I have all my GoPro footage in here, you'll notice that there's like this yellow dot thing going on. That's what's called a proxy video. A proxy video is a lower quality version of the actual video. And the purpose of a proxy video is to make it easier to edit on your timeline, because when you have a bunch of GoPro footage, they're usually high-res files, and when you turn it into a proxy, it makes it smaller and easier for you to use. Even though it makes it into a smaller, lower quality version, when you render out the video, what Camtasia does is it'll swap it out for the high quality version. It'll swap it out. And so even though if I place this on the timeline here, depending on what your footage looks like, it might look like a little bit pixelated or something like that. That's okay, because if it has this yellow-orange dot, that means that it's a proxy video, and it's just doing that so that you can edit the video. So once all the clips are in here, what I do is I go right-click, and then I go to Proxy Video, and then I go Create Proxy. And depending on how long your clip is, it might take some time to do, but to me it's worth it, because if you have like a really high res file, high HD file, and you put it on here, your computer might get all bogged down and slow and glitchy, and it might not play properly. I've tested this out and it's worth the time making everything into a proxy. For me, I like my vlog videos to be in chronological order. Basically like how I filmed it is usually how I'm going to have the video show up, especially for something like this where it's at a conference. What I'm going to do is I'm going to place everything on the timeline in the order that it is right now. Now there might be a couple clips where I end up moving later on, but at this step, all I do is I just take the clips and I place them in order. So I'm going to go to the second one, place it down, go to the next one, place it down. Now, you might be thinking like, oh, why don't you just drag all of them and put them all at once? Depending on how large your files are and how many there are, sometimes when you do it that way, it might freeze or it might glitch out. So I'd rather not have that happen, so I just do it manually, and that way I know it won't do that. And so as I'm doing this, I click save. You always want to save periodically. Make it a habit, just in case if something happens. Okay, so I've placed everything on the timeline, and you can see it's like 19 minutes with everything, so I'm definitely going to shave this down. This will definitely be less than 10 minutes. And I'm just going to quickly scrub through and just see here if there's anything really quickly if I want to get rid of. It's me walking around. Oh, there's a lot of me waiting around here, so I'll probably have to clip that. I'm just going to click play, and then I'm going to go through each clip and see where I want to clip. So I'll do it for the first few and then I'll pause it because you won't want to sit through that whole thing. So I'll just do the first few here.
I'm one of the co-founders at Festivals, and I'm just so grateful and honored to be here. You all look lovely, it smells good, you're looking right, as you should. So I'm also the
Okay, so I think I want to start it from over here where I get this person filming here, and then it pans around the room, and then me, and then I kind of go like switching the camera back out. So I'm gonna delete that. And our vlogs are like super casual, so I don't make them like so formal. It's mainly just to like capture the moment here. And so let me just play the second clip. So I think I want to get this from when it starts moving. And so I'm just gonna, I'm just clipping them and just keeping the parts, and then I'll play it the whole way through and see like which parts I want to keep. So there's that. Okay, so I probably want to keep it until, let's see, it zooms out, and then right here. And I'm just doing like a rough cut here. I'm just gonna go through this whole thing and just do that, and then I'll come back and then let you know what my next step is going to be. All right, so I'm back. I've gone through the entire video, and as you can see, I went from 19 minutes to it being now 3 minutes and 34 seconds. So I cut out a lot. And, I really wanted this to be like a short and sweet vlog. And we've got it down now to 3 minutes and 34 seconds. So after I've done that, I went and I found some music. So I went to this website called Motion Array. And if you are interested in using Motion Array, they have all kinds of things that you get access to, not just music, like motion graphics, B-roll, sound effects, graphics, photos, all that kind of stuff. I don't take too long to find music. As soon as I find one that I like, I download it. I don't spend like half an hour. It's just a simple vlog to go up on YouTube, right? So like I said, the first song I hear that I like, I just download it. So now that I have the song, I'm going to import it. So I'm going to click the plus button, import. This is the song right here. I'm just going to grab the instrumental version. Now this song was like 2 minutes, 30 seconds, so I might have to loop it again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a track down to the bottom. So I'm going to right click on the track here. This is going to open up. I'm going to go insert below, and it's going to add 2 tracks. The reason why is because this song is only 2 minutes and 30 seconds, and this video is 3 minutes and 34 seconds, so there's an extra minute happening. So I'm going to have this loop again. So I'm going to drag this down, and I'll just put it here first. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just clip in the audio here. So I'm going to snip it, delete this, and let's see how that sounds. Awesome. So I'm just going to place this here, and I'm just going to match it up, and I'm just going to see how it transitions. I'm just going to scroll this, and then let's just see how it sounds.
You want to create YouTube videos on those because you can.
Okay, so we actually want to keep it going because it still goes on for another minute.
Customers, you want to create YouTube videos on those because you can use them as leverage. But
I'm just going to go like that, have them overlapping, and I'm just going to play it one more time.
you want to create YouTube videos on those because you can use them as leverage.
So you can't really tell that, the song ended and another one's starting. You can see it, but when someone's listening to it, they likely won't be able to tell. And then you can see that it extends out. So I'll just leave that for now because I don't know exactly how I'm going to end it yet. But we'll head back to the beginning here. And so I've got the music. I'm going to do the first part here, where I'm going to, I could either mute it or just lower down the audio just a little. Let me just see what, so let's see if I went like that, 35%, what that sounds like. Actually, I'm okay with having, it's kind of like the ambiance in the background, so I'm gonna leave it. Let me just see what it's like over here.
And YouTube are so popular.
Okay, that's like the talking part that I want people to hear, so let me just finish doing the lowering of the audio to 35% for the rest of the video. And then, okay, so from here, we're going to lower the audio to, again, 35%, just like the beginning part. Okay, and then for this talking part, let's see here. It starts from over here to over here. Right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add the emphasize feature. I have it in my favorites, but you can typically find it in the audio effects. This right here, emphasize. So this is going to emphasize the speaking while still being able to have the music. So I'm just going to add that on. And then if I play it,
And YouTube are so popular in this world.
so you can see it like emphasized it, right? That's why it's called the emphasize feature. And so you can still have the music in the background. Now you can still play around with this, but typically it's going to be fine with whatever they just did. So I've got the music going. It looks like it's aligned here. Now at the end, what's happening at the end when we get all together is we're actually taking a group photo. So I want a photo to show up at the end because that's how we ended it, was we were all getting together to just take this group photo. So I want the group photo at the end. So I'm going to head back to media and I'm going to import a photo, the photo that was taken here at the end. So I'm going to click import, import media. All right, here's the photo right here. I'm going to import it and then I'll drag the photo on the timeline. All right, here's the photo. I'll just stretch it out. And then let's just see here. I'll just play it at the end here and see what it looks like. Okay, so this is like 5 seconds. I'm going to right click duration, probably go to 8 seconds. You can manually just drag it, but sometimes I like to do that. Okay, so I'm going to clip it over here, the audio, and then clip it, delete the rest of it, and then I'm going to fade out the music. So I'm going to head over to audio effects, go to fade out, because we want to fade out the music because it's ending, right? The video is ending. And then we've got that now. So let's just see here. When it gets to this part, I'm going to want to do a zoom in. So let's see if we want to do a transition to the end. Let me see if any of these transitions would look good. Let's see here. Play. All right. And then I'm going to add the zoom in effect. So I'm going to go to animations, click on animations again, go to custom, drag it down, and then go to zoom and pan. I know it's a really weird process. And then I'm just going to like zoom in. So we'll zoom in and I'm just going to space this and move it. Something like that. Something like this over here. And just kind of leave it like that. Let me just play it now. Okay, so that's you know, I like that ending. It's just like a simple vlog of just showing the event basically. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the color correction. So I like to do this at the end because it can bog down the project file when you do the color correction first. So that's why I always do this at the end. So I'm actually going to go through each one and color correct it because it's like, it's all different, right? With the room was lit all weirdly. So some things are going to need more, you know, saturation and brightness, and some won't need it as much. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with clip number 1, and then I'm going to add the color LUT. And that's going to bring, you know, quite a bit of contrast. And I'm just going to lower it down just a bit, and you can see the difference here. This is original, and you can see it just like makes the tablecloth like a little bit more black. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add color adjustment. If you watch some of my previous tutorials, there's a reason why I do it this way. And so if you want to know why, you can watch that video. So now I'm going to add color adjustment. So it is going to make it black and white, but don't get freaked out because all you need to do is just like lower the contrast, bring in the saturation, turn down the brightness, and then you just want to finesse it here. So I'm just going to just tweak it here. And then if you like turn it off, you can see what it originally looked like. So you can see that it really brought the whiteness of the paper. It gave it some brightness, right? Because if you look at it and I turn it off, watch what happens when I turn everything off. Off, off. This was the original clip, much more dull, right? And yellow. So now we have added some brightness and saturation and more liveliness. So now I'm actually going to go through each clip and do this manually. So I'm going to pause the video again, and then I'll come back and show you. Alright, so I just went through and I did the color correction for the whole thing. And it's pretty much done. I just watched it through. I'm happy with it. It's good. Ready to upload onto YouTube. So now all that I need to do is go to export, local file, name this. When I render videos, I always put final because this is the final version. I just click export and then I'm done. If you want to see the whole video, I'll have it play at the end of this tutorial so you can see basically from start to finish what I've just shown you in this tutorial video, what it looks like. Hit the thumbs up button if you found this video helpful, and if you are interested in editing videos like this, head down to the description below as I have a Camtasia course. It's 10+ hours, I've added new content to it, and it can get you going really fast, really quickly with editing on Camtasia. I think in total it took me less than an hour to edit this whole thing. It would have taken me even faster if I wasn't speaking and doing the tutorial. And with the Camtasia course, this will help you get there. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.
And YouTube are so popular in this room. Hey, it looks like Orit like right now. I know. You look exactly like that. But anyway, Orit, Essetino, Tolentino, and Carissa Begonia, please come on up.
All right.
Oh, we're up
Oh,
here.
yeah,
Oh, you can share that. Yeah, we can share this one.
All right.
All right, hello everybody, I'm Orit. This is Jewel right here. We're founders of Essetino Media. Came all the way from Vancouver to see all you guys, Vancouver, Canada. And so what we do is we help people leverage the power of YouTube, specifically around expert-based businesses. So leveraging the power of YouTube to create an infinite content system and to grow your business. How many of you have like channels that are basically collecting cyber dust, not really doing much? Yeah, I see a few of you. Does that sound okay? Sound good? Okay, I'm glad you said yes.
So basically the frequently asked questions that you guys get from your clients or customers, you want to create YouTube videos on those because you can use them as leverage. Put your highest converting link up at the top. And honestly, if you just take that link that's down at the bottom and you put it at the top, it can make a huge difference. Sometimes that's all we do on people's channels because they already have the traffic and we just take the link that's at the bottom and put it at the top and all of a sudden they're getting leads. And they're like, whoa, what'd you do? And I'm like, I just moved the link up at the top.
Again, my name is Orit. This is Jewel. Thank you so much.
When I watch it, and hello, you're all entrepreneurs, and